State Sun Devils are in Madison, Wisconsin to take on the undefeated hometown Badgers. I'm Vince Hesbrick with my friend Sean Duffy. Now, Sean, let's talk Sun Devils. They are 0-3 out the gate, but that number 13 ranking is no fluke. This squad is legit.
Oh, absolutely. The record might not show it, having fallen short to number 4 ranked Oklahoma State, but in years past, Oklahoma State is no fluke. Vince, what do you expect to see out of them today?
Well, they're a very talented squad. We do have to say up front that Kyler and Caleb Larkin will not be participating, two of the best for Arizona State. But to the Badgers now, Sean, they've already met and surpassed their win total from last year. This season has been a masterclass from head coach Chris Bono.
Yeah, nothing short of the word masterclass. Currently undefeated after 7 duels, looking to make it 8 tonight. However, following a tumultuous year that was the 2024-2025 season, anything can happen.
Just so fun, pretty solid crowd on hand. Started with the 197 weight class for Wisconsin. Number 27, Wyatt Ingham against Aiden Isaguirre. In the meantime, take a look at our lineups here. And Sean, just what do you see from Arizona State?
Yeah, the storyline has been the Larkin brothers out. But Carter Diebert and Jamar Dixon, no slouches.
And how does that feel, you think, for them, Sean? Just the opportunity to be participating in the place of some of the nation's best. Big opportunity, you'd have to say.
I'd say they're yanking on the chain. They're ready to go. That whole next man up mentality, Arizona State has that culture ridden quite well. Looking to bounce back, prove themselves today at the field house.
They've won 24 conference championships over their 50-plus year history. And from the field house in Madison, Wisconsin, number 13, Arizona State, number 27, Wisconsin.
Ooh, early shot here by Wyatt Ingham.
Ingham 7-3 on the year from Emory, Wisconsin. Aiden Isaguirre, the freshman from Eloy, Arizona. And Sean, maybe the big talking point for the Badgers right now is that this is their 3rd meet in 3 days. They had a doubleheader 2 days ago. Just does that impact anything conditioning-wise? Do you think they're ready to roll?
I think Chris Bono got after them a little bit. After the Utah Valley duel, he said in a presser that it wasn't the prettiest win, but it was definitely a gritty win. And a win is better than a loss. So that practice was probably a little bit louder and a little bit more intense than they would have liked, but hopefully it'll get them back on the right track here. Wisconsin
took on Lock Haven and Utah Valley, as you touched on, Sean. Came away with 2 wins. When you're at the point now where, as a coach, you're talking about winning better instead of finding wins, you got to think that it's a sign that the trajectory arrow is straight up.
Oh, absolutely. Especially following last year's terrible injury luck. The arrow is pointing straight up for this year, and they follow these expectations. Wrestling on the edge of the mat here is Ingham and Isaguirre.
Isaguirre, 3-1, as we mentioned. He was Flow Wrestling's number 99 recruit in the nation, Division IV state champion, the 215 class. Now down at 197. You can just see a whole lot of muscle to his name.
A very physical match so far. Strong hand fighting. Fighting for the inside of the mat. In on a shot is Ingham, finishing.
Ingham opens the scoring with the takedown. You could tell, Sean, he was eyeing it up for some time. He stayed patient. He did not miss.
No. Waiting for that shot, and it falls through perfectly. And for the claw right is Ingham. Switching sides. Quad pod is Isaguirre. Isaguirre up to his feet, looking to return as Ingham. Ingham fighting for hand control on the edge of the mat, looking to lock up a bar.
You can see Ingham just barely keeping that right boot on the mat.
Trying to chew up as much time here as possible.
And now he will step out, but certainly sitting in a good spot. Getting close to a minute of riding time early on. But over 30 seconds left in period 1.
Yeah, just a great shot there by Wyatt Ingham. Timed up the legs perfectly. Knew when Isaguirre was stepping and just finished the double. And looking for that wrist as he's got that arm bar. He's looking to drive here. 20 seconds left in the first. Does he have time to score?
Oh, he's going for it.
No back.
Oh, he's
dangerous
able
spot.
to navigate away. Yeah, you said it, Sean.
That could have been bad. If you're Wyatt Ingham, you're lucky you didn't just. Ooh.
Time ticking down. He got him at the horn. Wyatt Ingham, what a way to start for the Badgers.
As I said earlier, he was looking real dangerous with that first armbar. Circled up, covered those hips, went for it again, and he got it.
And Sean Isaguirre, give him credit. He was able to navigate away the first time that Ingham almost got the pin, but could not get away the second time.
Yeah, Ingham just flipped his hips, tightened up that armbar. Took him only a couple seconds for him to grind that down to the mat.
And now, Sean, it's time for the heavyweights. Maybe the main event. Number 9, Braxton Amos for the Badgers against 19th ranked David Zuba.
Yeah, Zuba, the transfer from Ryder. Let's see what he has to offer against number 9 ranked Braxton Amos, who's been on a tear recently.
A lot of experience to Zuba's name, a grad student from Brick, New Jersey. That's a wrestling kind of city, Brick.
Yeah. New Jersey's got some of the best wrestling in the country. A town like Brick. Ooh.
And of course, Amos, Mineral Wells, West Virginia. We have to make our obligatory John Denver shout out. Amos did not participate last year for the Badgers. Spent time with Team USA, but he is back and he looks better than ever, Sean, with that 10-1 record.
Oh yeah, nothing short of spectacular. Just dominant showings all around. Couple scares and a couple grind matches in that duel on Thursday, but looking to get back after it today.
You mentioned Zuba, the grad transfer from Ryder. He won the MAC at 285, went 12-1. Doesn't get too much better than this, and we are underway.
Looking for head control. Shot attempt by Braxton Amos, looking to create an angle.
And Amos, obviously, such a big fellow as you can see, but so quick as well, Sean. He can get down in a flash.
Oh, easily. One of the most talents of heavyweight wrestlers is how quickly they can move and how quickly they can get to the legs. You know, it's not always upper body, but, you know, fakes, opportunities, level changes.
Both parties biding their time. Arizona State in an early hole, 6-0, following the pin from Wyatt Ingham. And Sean, the Sun Devils, they have 6 ranked wrestlers, so there's a very real chance that this one comes right down to the end, and those bonus points are going to be crucial.
Especially when you think about tiebreakers, Vince. You know, whoever scored the most pins across the duel will get that tiebreaker if the score is tied coming to the end of the duel.
Wisconsin only had 1 pin across the doubleheader 2 days ago.
Little toss attempt from Amos, re-attack attempt from Zuba.
Sean, seemed like Zuba had something there.
Yeah, good counter wrestling by both parties there. Amos working his way away from the edge of the mat there, trying to avoid that stall call.
And a lot of times we talk about just the commitments that a lot of these wrestlers have on the side. Oh, Amos goes down. He's got a leg, Sean.
For the high crotch. Looking to finish here, elevate that leg. Looking to tree top that ankle. Now he's bringing it down, and Zuba clears.
What do you think Amos was thinking there, Sean?
Well, he's now thinking that Zuba's a little more flexible than he had imagined. You know, it's definitely hard to control that ankle when it's above that other guy's shoulders. Zuba doing a great job of just kicking down.
And Zuba, not only a student athlete, not only is he earning his graduate degree, also married, father of 2.
Sometimes it just comes down to winning off the mat as well.
Yeah, talk about a guy who's just winning on the mat and winning in life as well.
"20 seconds left in the first period here. A little more hand fighting. Collar tie by Zuba. Both wrestlers still looking for position.
You think someone pulls the trigger here, Sean? 10 seconds left?
You could see it. You could definitely see it. How quickly those flurry of attacks came earlier in the match. Fortunately, looking to close out this first period.
Yeah, it seems like both gentlemen ready for period 2. Zuba may have been cooking something up early in period 1, but nothing that Amos couldn't scoot away from, and Amos will start down.
And I'm going to score the first points of the match.
The big story for the Badgers following that doubleheader is not just that they won both, but there are also some upset losses to their name, and the common theme was that just folks were the underdogs, able to reduce that sample size, keep it low scoring. And Zuba, that said, he may be the quote-unquote underdog according to rankings, but he can really be someone who competes for a championship this year.
Yeah, looking to put a damper on Braxton Amos' name here. Back on their feet.
Zuba 8-6, but as we've touched on, this schedule that the Sun Devils has been a gauntlet. They knew it was going to be tough going in, but Michigan now out of nowhere, or not exactly out of nowhere. We knew there was some talent, but number 10, what a way for the Wolverines to get their season started, winning their first duel against Arizona State, 30-10. Then you got to take on Lehigh, Oklahoma State, you mentioned as well at the Open, Sean. So you see 0-3, it's not rare to see number 13 ranking attached to a team that hasn't won a duel yet as we get close to the end of December, but I think that the goal for this squad is to compete for the Big 12. I think they have a good chance to do so.
Absolutely. They just have to stay disciplined here, one match at a time. 40 seconds in the second period.
Yeah, in the meantime, Amos quickly earned that escape, and now time continuing to tick down. Just 30 seconds left in period 2. Haven't seen too much so far.
It's been a match of hand fighting. Both wrestlers not looking to give up that position.
And Sean, when you're in a big match like this, is the philosophy just trying to avoid making a mistake, or what do you think their idea is here?
I wouldn't call it making a mistake. I would just a lot more calculated. You know, two talented wrestlers here in Zuba and Amos, but you know you got to wait perfectly.
Oh, Amos went for it at the horn, just a little bit late.
Comes back to timing, Vince.
You think he just needed 1 second longer for that, maybe? It was clear that he caught Zuba off guard.
Well, I think he caught Zuba off guard was because Zuba was easing up. There was only a couple seconds left on that clock. You know, ending out that first period the same way, kind of a mutual agreement between the wrestlers that they were going to head in the second, but, you know, not an agreement this period.
Yeah, Amos a shifty dealer. But no harm, no foul for David Zuba. No takedown for the Wisconsinite. And we know that Amos, it might be trickier than you'd think for Zuba to earn an escape here.
Ooh, little grabby roll right to his back is Zuba.
No swipes just yet. Zuba able to wheel around, but for a split second there, Sean, I think crowd had pin on their mind.
Especially with Braxton Amos. Once he gets something locked up, it's good night.
Well, that left arm for Zuba absolutely secure, lock and key.
Looking for the hammer lock is Amos.
You think Amos is looking for a ride out here, Sean?
Well, I think he's looking for more. He's got that far arm in the back pocket. See if he's looking for an Excalibur here, just looking to push Zuba all the way to his back.
1 minute left in period 3. Now a stall is called. Zuba running out of time to tie this up.
Amos now looking for the Turk. Trying to elevate that ankle. Crossface right over Zuba's right shoulder. Zuba doing a good job of clearing those hands, but he's got to work up from here if he wants to stay in this match.
90 seconds down in period 3. Does David Zuba have a move in him to force overtime? That's Chris Bono, fired up, head coach of the Badgers.
Braxton Amos has that riding time point locked up here. Looking like he's going to end the match on top.
An unreal performance from Braxton Amos, who put David Zuba in Alcatraz in period 3. Wisconsin 9-0 2 rounds in. And now at 125 for the Badgers, number 10 ranked Nicola Rivera, the hometown kid, Stoughton, Wisconsin, just south of here, against Damian Moreno, the junior from Somerton, Arizona. Moreno's 6-5 on the year at a 72-match win streak in high school. What was your longest streak, Sean?
Ooh,
0?
It's getting up there, getting to 72. Fell short by about 70, but it's the thought that counts. It's the effort.
Rivera 9-1, but was 9-0 2 days ago, was upset by Bridger Ricks of Utah Valley. And on top of that, he didn't have his best showing against Lock Haven either. Won by decision.
Yeah, sometimes you just have a rough night. You got to roll with it. But we get a lot of good tape from that match. 2 minutes left here in the first period.
You got to think Rivera just fired up to get back to it.
Yeah, something to prove now.
Lost in the blood rounds last year after a terrific run at Nationals. And there were times last year, Sean, where Rivera was the only ranked wrestler on this Badger team. And yet he has stuck with this program. He said that this was a team that discovered him very early on in high school career. So when he started racking up all those high school championships, you get more people on board. But when you get someone to tell you you're great before you officially reach that peak, you got to think that meant a lot for Rivera, and a big reason why not only did he join the Badgers, why he's still with them today. Yeah,
that commitment just shows. Later in Rivera's high school career, he kind of became known as that boogeyman, that wrestler here in Campfire Stories, and he's showing why today. Takedown by Rivera.
Such a wiry wrestler, no possession he's uncomfortable in. And we saw him fall behind in those 2 matches on Thursday, but now it's him leading the ambush.
Yeah, victim to a slow start on Thursday. Definitely changing that agenda today. Looking for a little short ankle ride. Breaking down Moreno. Rivera looking for that far wrist. Trying to work maybe a 2-on-1. He's got the claw.
Moreno 3-3 last year. 6-5 this year, junior from Somerton, Arizona.
Rivera almost in dangerous position there, but got his hips back on top.
We saw Braxton Amos last round. A terrific ride out in period 3. Wonder if Rivera has the same thing on his mind.
I think he does. He doesn't have time to give it up either. Closing out the first with the right leg in.
Nicola Rivera, a strong period 1. Just how do you respond here if you're Moreno, Sean?
For starters, you're going to get some of that riding time back. Ideally, around 16 seconds, just to limit Rivera to under a minute. But just try to hold on as long as possible. And good job right there, staying on top. Avoid the quick little burst there by Rivera.
Moreno unfazed. But Rivera, we know, Sean, he's more than willing to roll around. He's been in some precarious positions, but he's comfortable in them.
Absolutely. He's just putting a lot of trust in those hips, knowing when to flip them, knowing when to turn them. And, in scramble situations, the higher hips always win. And he's experienced that, and he knows that. Back on our feet here with 1 minute and 25 seconds left in the second period. Rivera up 4-0. Like I said earlier, Moreno did a nice job of clearing a little bit of that riding time. Rivera is now under a minute. Good fake there by Rivera. Caught Moreno jumping. Looking for the fireman's carry is Rivera. Keeping that elbow. Moreno does a good job scampering off, back to their feet. Stalling call against Moreno.
You can tell Moreno much more active here.
And for that low ankle, putting Rivera in a scramble position, fighting for some ankles. Rivera very comfortable here. He's been in this position before.
I feel like that's a relative term, Sean.
True. I wouldn't be comfortable there, you know, standing on my head. But Rivera doesn't seem too worried, fighting off that single leg attempt.
Oh, Rivera doing his best to fend off Moreno, and now a takedown. Rivera close to the escape, but he will not get it. Damian Moreno, with the clock ticking down, secured the takedown. Sean, it's a 1-point match.
Yeah, Moreno pulling off that beautiful little low ankle attack. Does a better job finishing.
What do you think the strategy was to start neutral?
Just finish off what he's good at. You know, back to the legs again is Moreno. Rivera once again fighting for that backside position. Rivera looking to sit the corner and collect his 3 points.
Rivera right back at you.
He just got that leg in. Let's see if he can make some cheap near fall happen. You know, we just got to elevate that shoulder. He's got 0 boots in, excuse me. He had to.
Riding time back over a minute now.
Rivera doing a nice job flipping his hips, staying right behind Moreno. Moreno looking to work back to his feet here. No escape yet. The refs award Moreno the escape. 50 seconds left in the third period. Moreno already back on the attack.
And Moreno needs a takedown and needs to knock off a bit of ride time. It's not impossible. It will be tricky. But Moreno, the junior, with experience.
Nicolas Rivera looking to sit that corner again, keep his hips high.
Oh, you saw Rivera force go to the bridge for a second there, and now this will be shut down.
Potentially dangerous situation. Ref's doing a good job looking out for everybody's knee health. Another shot there by Moreno.
20 seconds left.
Rivera deep in on that shot. Looking to secure his 3 points. And if Rivera can secure some near fall here in the last 10 seconds, can elevate this match. Fortunately, Moreno will return to bottom position for the last 6 seconds of the period.
And good credit to Damian Moreno. Had a strong second period. But a pair of takedowns in the third for Nicolas Rivera will put him in position to move to 10-1 on the year. A successful bounce back from an upset loss, Sean.
For sure, yeah. You saw it out of Rivera. He looked a lot more confident out there. He didn't feel as timid wrestling in those awkward positions. And he didn't have that slow start that he had against Utah Valley and Lock Haven.
We talked about upset, Sean, how Nicolas Rivera went down. Maybe the biggest upset of all. Number 7 All-American Zan Fugit was also upset after Rivera on that Utah Valley.
Proves that this match is winnable, and if you just stay on the attack here, as he's proving to do so right now, could look to come away with a W here.
And Zeke Jones giving Diebert a big opportunity. This is the first true road duel for the Sun Devils. Again, 0-3, but Michigan, Lehigh, Oklahoma State, that is a gauntlet if we've ever seen one.
Yeah, 3 perennial, you know, top 25 ranked teams
and
right
Sean,
off the gate.
We knew going in this was going to be a tough schedule for Arizona State. They also had Iowa State, number 16 West Virginia, number 19 Missouri, number 28 Oregon State. But then you add on top how Michigan's thrived. They've been better than a lot of folks expected. A successful season for them thus far. And then Wisconsin out of nowhere. I mean, I bet when the Sun Devils saw their head to the field house, they probably considered this would not be the kind of match they were getting.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Once again, 7-0 to start the season. Best start since the 2021 season.
But again, as Arizona State absolutely knows, you make your hay in the conference season. That's right around the corner. They start 0-1. Mentioned they fell to Oklahoma State. We got a lot of season ahead of us, Sean. It's going to be a blast.
I'm looking excited to cover it for you.
Oh, Fugit gets the takedown, secures a lead. Fugit 8-2 on the year.
Fugit looking to keep that thigh pry, looking for the claw. Diebert doing a good job defending that claw. Working to the quad pod is Diebert. Almost a scary situation for Diebert.
Well, he got thrown down. It felt like there was some movement in the neck there. That must have been, you ever been in that spot, Sean? How nerve-wracking is that?
I've not, but I have talked with a coach in past years, so that is a potentially dangerous if the refs choose to call it, but must not have been enough airtime for that potential throw.
Well, we keep rolling. 40 seconds left, period 1. Oh, and another mat.
Looking for another lift there.
A pair of big mat returns for Zan Fugit, just showcasing his strength, and Carter Diebert so far has been the victim.
Fugit working an ankle ride there. Lets it go. We're going to close out this first period on top. Diebert looking to sit to his hips.
That'll do it for period 1. Fugit off the upset log, an early takedown, a successful ride out. It's been a theme so far here, Sean.
Yeah, a lot of good top wrestling we've seen today following the trend of those Thursday double headers. A lot of good top wrestling, you know. Fugit going down to start the second. Looking for a sit out off the whistle. Back to his feet is Fugit.
Oh, Fugit immediately picks the lock.
Diebert looking to go on the attack here, create some separation.
The Badgers 12-point lead. Wyatt Ingham got it started with a pin. And Braxton Amos, Nicola Rivera. Pair of decisions.
Fugit looking for the snap down. In on the legs is Fugit.
Fugit pointing it to the official.
Yeah, looked like Diebert had the figure 4 around the head there. Illegal movement.
Yeah, I think Fugit's okay with that being shut down, but solid recovery from Diebert there.
If you're Diebert, you got to be a little thankful for the refs there. Looking for the Wizards, Diebert. Fugit looking for the head, looking for the fall. He kept his takedown, looking for more. Ref holding 4. Diebert looking to just press his hand against Fugit's leg, just fight off as long as he can.
Fugit wants it. Diebert doing all he can, and now he is unable to survive the surge. Another Badger pin. This one compliments of the All-American, Zan Fugit. And what a way to get us started here, Sean. This has been and we haven't seen Bobzine in these duels too often here, Sean. This is an opportunity for him. He's 5-1 on the year, started a lot of duels last season.
Yeah, for the injured Joe Zargo, but now that Zargo's back, Bobzine's taking a little spot to the side here, looking to prove himself once again.
We'll see Zargo next, 16th in the nation. He'll be going on Jamar Dixon, but in the meantime, what a prolific start for Manville.
Manville looking for that 2-on-1 tie. Bobzine looking for an underhook.
You expect Manville to have a very long and prolific college career. Was a Greco-Roman U20 national champion. Already another takedown. ASU Wrestling Student Athlete of the Year last season as a redshirt. And in high school, he was once rated, for a time, the #1 wrestler in the nation for his weight class.
Nothing short of incredible. Looking for some extra back here, but Bobzine's got Manville's leg caught up under him.
And this Sun Devil program did a real nice job of reloading after last season. 10 freshmen on this year's squad. There's a lot of exciting youth, and Manville undoubtedly part of it.
Yeah, off to a quick start, 6-1. Excuse me, 6-2-1 is the score. Escape for Bobzine here. Manville up with an underhook, looking for an attack, and he's got the low ankle.
It has just been an offensive onslaught thus far from Pearson Manville.
He's looking for a Turk here. He's got the crossface. He's got the ankle. Bobzine doing a good job defending.
You can see Manville reaching around. What you trying to do there, Sean?
He's just switching back and forth. He's got that crossface cinched up nice and tight. Not anymore, but at the moment he had it cinched up nice and tight. He was looking for either a Turk, depending on, if Bobzine turned in, or an outside crossface cradle if he had turned the other way. Bobzine now looking for an armbar. Excuse me, Manville looking for an armbar. Bobzine defending.
And obviously a precarious position for Bobzine. Just what do you think's running through his mind right now, Sean?
Stay alive.
Well, period number 1 coming to a close, and what a period it was. Pearson Manville, a trio of takedowns.
Manville going down to start the second.
And within the context of the duel as a whole, Wisconsin, of course, leading 18-0. Sizable deficit, not impossible to overcome. You think Manville's going to be thinking bonus points the rest of the way here?
That's exactly what's going to be on his mind. Zeke probably had that conversation with him going into the match that he needed some bonus points here. It's looking what he's looking to do here.
Just almost a quiet reversal for Manville. Just wasn't instantaneous. It's all a process for him, and it's been a successful one so far.
Yep. Giving up the escape is Manville. Back on our feet.
You think that was a bit of a cut there, Sean?
Absolutely. Manville's just been so dominant on his feet. 3 takedowns in the first period. That's exactly what he wants to do, is cut Bobzine. Looking for the slide by is Bobzine, trying to sit that corner. Fortunately, couldn't quite get there. Manville finishes with the takedown. Another cut. And another takedown for Manville.
Lead up to 13. One more takedown for the talented redshirt freshman. He will have secured a tech fall.
Looking for an underhook throw by. Bobzine looking for the head pinch. Doesn't quite get it. And Manville secures the tech fall.
And what a performance. Near perfection from start to finish for the redshirt freshman. Manville ranked 26. That will continue to climb. 9-3 now on the year. And that's got to be exciting for him, given that getting so many opportunities this year. And we know that Caleb Larkin, he's one of the big names in this program in terms of youth, but just so many terrific young. If you're just joining us, Caleb Larkin, usually at 149, number 3 in the nation at 12-1. Not available. Did not make the trip. But you got to think for Jamar Dixon, just pure adrenaline right now. Massive opportunity, chance to start we hope will be a promising collegiate career with what would be a major upset to get his team back in it.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to put some film out there, prove yourself against Joe Zargo. It's one of your first matches.
Went 38-4 in his senior year of high school. Went to school at Delcia Regional High School. And for Joseph Zargo, Sean, last year missed the season with a hip, but now just among the leaders. You got to think that if you're one of his teammates, and sometimes you're not always pleased what's going on with your season, what your training regimen is, but when you see a guy come back from a damaged hip and wrestle at the level that he has, it's going to be, you guys think that Zargo leading by example seems like the definition here.
Absolutely, and Coach Bono said it best. You know, he doesn't always want a league, but, you know, Badgers are going to force him to. So he's been doing a good job of doing so far this season. You know, as you said earlier, winning by example.
So far, Dixon's just been trying to scamper away, but Zargo pulls him back in and then dives on top for the takedown.
Looking to keep his left foot in bounds, chew up as much clock. However, only chews up about 8 seconds of riding time.
And you touched on just the tech fall domination from Zargo, coming off a tech fall against a ranked opponent.
Yeah, no easy feat there. His only win that wasn't a tech fall was a major decision. So Zargo known to put points on the board here. Looking for a beautiful shuck by.
South River, New Jersey native, already another takedown.
They're going to keep piling them on here. 50 seconds left in the first period. Already back to another leg. Looking to shelf it. Reach for that far ankle. Shelfing it. Secures that far ankle and secures the 3-point takedown.
Zargo just having his way with the true freshman, and again, allowing the easy escape. 30 seconds left in period 1. Already 3 takedowns.
Looking for a 4th here. Once again, he's got that far ankle shelved, looking for the other one. Yeah, doing a good job, you know, shelving that ankle, keeping it elevated. Makes it a lot harder for Dixon to move his hips and get away.
And Coach Chris Bono telling Zargo to not cut this time. He will command his redshirt senior to ride his way to a terrific period 1 showing. You can see with 1 second left. It's been a theme for the Badgers. They've been launching those last-second attacks.
Yeah, Zargo opting to go neutral to start the second period.
How do you think? What are you thinking right now if you're Jamar Dixon?
Got to get some points on the board. Got to create my own attacks, my own setups. You know, and it starts with 1 takedown. You know, get some momentum, get some moxie going in you. Look at that. On cue, Jamar Dixon in on the shot.
Ooh, Dixon, not a bad attack, but Zargo just all over it. And another takedown and another cut.
Zargo looking for that high crotch shot. Looking for a re-attack now is Zargo. Got his takedown. Jumping out front. Looking for one more cut. Potentially. Gives Dixon the escape.
Just waiting for the official signal, and now one final takedown would do it. And add 5 to the point column for the Badgers. And there you have it. Jamar Dixon, the true freshman, welcome to college wrestling.
Baptism by fire.
Joseph Zargo, just an unstoppable, non-stop force. A decisive tech fall. He got it well before the third period started. And Jamar Dixon, high fives all around on the bench. And we can now preview 157. Luke Meckler for the Badgers. Another Stoughton kid, similar to Nicola Rivera. He's 9-2 on the year. And Chance McLean, number 16, the grad student, 9-5 on the year. Sean, this might be our most anticipated round yet.
Absolutely. Meckler looking to stay hot, continue to prove himself. You know, looking to increase that ranking a bit, but.
And calling Chance McLean a grad student doesn't do it justice. He's competed in college since 2019. Just so much experience to his name, and Luke Meckler is well a redshirt senior. We've got an unction on hand here, Sean.
Oh, battle of the veterans.
McLean transferred from Oklahoma State, 17-3 his last season there. Injured last year, but just came back strong.
McLean looking for his own tie here. Good job clearing by Meckler.
And And Meckler, just another one of those guys for the Badgers. Maybe some of what makes this improvement so successful for them is that they struggled last year, but it's not like they revamped their entire starting lineup. Meckler got experience in the Big Ten, and of course, when you're in the Big Ten, there's going to be some decisive losses to your name.
Yeah, good reattack there by McLean. Secures his three-point takedown.
And Meckler has been tested this year, but nothing quite like Chance McLean and his experience.
McLean looking to keep Meckler in bounds. Doing a good job so far. Meckler fighting some hands, trying to score some points, unsuccessful. Back to the center of the mat with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in the first period.
And want to give a shout out. Chance McLean's grandmother, Karen Popelka Boylan, played basketball at Montana State. Also a cheerleader. Don't see that combination too often.
No, you know, got to score your free throws and then go back to cheering on from the sideline.
Well, I doubt she was cheering in the games that she was playing in, Sean.
It's okay, Vince. You don't have to call me out here.
Just so much respect for all these student athletes. So many commitments to their name. It's just such a grind, staying in peak physical condition, going to all the practices while also being a student, also internships. It's just got to tip your cap to all the athletes across the nation.
Absolutely. Especially wrestling, you know. Got to watch your weight on top of that.
Yeah. When you're in Madison, I mean, talk about good cuisine.
No kidding. Personal favorite spot, the Taco Bell on State Street. But
I guess we have different definitions of
Clay looking to close out this first period here on top. 50 seconds left in the first. Good for a slam here.
And Sean, it's been a common theme how Wisconsin's been so great at preventing those escape points, and now it's Chance McLean's time to hold on.
He's doing a good job so far.
Absolutely.
You know, using the edge of the mat to his advantage. You know, as soon as Meckler's about to stand up to his feet, just as a quick little pivot, start back in the center.
Now past a minute of ride time. You got to think this is just tiring for Meckler as well.
No. Finally earns his escape. McLean attempts the outside single. Little fake there from Meckler. Meckler working inbounds, trying to avoid the edge of the mat.
And a chance for McLean there to showcase some defensive ability. Brought another last-second try. That's something we've seen just about every Badger do. You think there was a point of emphasis maybe in practice?
I would argue so. You know, not a whole lot of turnaround there from the Utah Valley Lock Haven doubleheader to today's bout against Arizona State, but, you know, adjustments were made. Good mat return there by Luke Meckler. McLean quickly back on his feet. Meckler with the claw ride, looking to keep McLean down. Meckler resting on the edge of the mat there, preventing the escape.
It felt like McLean was close. There's Chris Bono, Iowa State Hall of Famer.
Too quick on bottom is McLean, giving up the caution. You know, always looking for that advantage, always trying to get a hair before the whistle. But
Is that something you try and get away with?
I've tried it. I've never been good at it.
Keyword tried, yeah.
You have to try. You know, if you time it just right, that's an easy point. But if I was good at it, that's why I wouldn't be broadcasting as I am now. I'd be wrestling.
Oh, and another big mat return from Meckler.
Meckler doing a good job whittling down McLean's riding time.
And feels like this second period has just lasted forever, Sean.
This whole match has, I feel.
Yeah. Only 27 seconds through.
Feels like years ago we were talking about food.
It's always you and food.
Is that a shot, Mr. Hesper?
Yes. Back to it, minute 30 in period 2. Number 16, Chance McLean against number 28, Luke Meckler.
Meckler looking for another big return, attempting the Granby McLean, and he gets his escape.
And now McLean, takedown artist, got one early on, a chance to earn another.
McLean once again pushing Meckler to the edge of the mat.
Ride time not much of a factor at this point.
Meckler with the fake. Looking for the collar tie. Meckler looking to go behind. McLean doing a good job squaring up here.
Excellent recovery, Sean. You said it.
Outside single by McLean. Meckler doing a good job sprawling, getting his hips back. Meckler keeping the pressure here. 20 seconds left in the second period.
Will we see another last-second attack? And we will head to number 3.
Bono asking for that stall
Yeah.
call. Not quite getting it. As Meckler heads down.
There's undeniably a stretch of inaction there. You think that was a stall or no, Sean?
It really could have went either way.
Yeah.
You know, if it continues, the refs should be sure to call it later on in the match. McLean looking for that claw ride. Meckler getting away, doing a good job breaking free. Meckler with a chance to catch his first lead in the match. Meckler with a renewed sense of aggression here.
It's been a terrific defensive showing from Chance McLean. He earned a takedown early, and he has the chance to take it to a ranked victory.
Meckler in on the legs here. McLean doing a good job elevating his own legs. Flipping off to the side, almost into an attack of his own. Meckler gets his hips back.
Both benches on their feet, fired up.
Badger bench looking for that stall call. McLean looking for a leg. Gets it, but out of bounds.
There's been a lot of highlights this meet, but no nail biters so far.
And finally, the stall warning against Jason McLean. Meckler keeping that toe in bounds. Pulled out. 30 seconds left in the third period.
Ride time likely not a factor. Meckler needs a takedown.
Meckler here firing on all cylinders. McLean doing a good job defending. He's in on the leg as Meckler.
He's got 20 seconds left.
Looking to finish here, working the edge of the mat. Meckler wants to pull him back in.
Oh, McLean on the outside of the mat. Meckler's got to keep him in, but 10 seconds left.
Meckler looking for the limp arm. He got it. Meckler pulling McLean back in. Does he have time? And he doesn't.
Well, they say do whatever. Called on the Badgers. Just a really aggressive attacker. Proved it against Gable and Nationals.
Yeah, that's always a good sign if you're, Ruiz here. Gives you a lot more time to work with. Maybe accumulate that extra point just from, mat awareness. Ruiz looking for that far knee pick. Gable doing a good job defending with the whizzer. They're back on their feet. Ruiz in on a leg. Gable looking to create separation. Doesn't quite get it. Nico Ruiz with the takedown.
Nicely done from Nico Ruiz. Gets the scoring started in this ranked bout.
Nico Ruiz really grinded on that far ankle. Nico Ruiz has evaded that possible scramble position. Got his leg free. Ruiz looking to stay in balance. Gable does a good job pulling Ruiz's leg to get a fresh start in the center.
Maybe a sneaky move from the redshirt junior.
Another look at that takedown. Just does a good job snatching that far leg, covering those hips.
You'd have to say Ruiz done a great job of controlling this round.
Absolutely. Just all the positioning on the edge of the mat here, you know. Gable had that, you know, move previously just to get that fresh start, but before that, it's been all Ruiz all day. Gable looking to make something happen. Ruiz once again holding that edge of the mat. .30 seconds left in the first period. Cody Gable works to get back to his feet, fight some hands.
Ruiz, Sean, already collecting some ride time, getting close to a minute.
Cody Gable looking to make something happen here. They're going to get that ankle free. And a stall warning against Ruiz.
One stalling also calling Gable earlier on. And Gable just came so close to the escape, but Ruiz always seems to have his mitts around that boot.
Yeah, good strategy there by Ruiz, you know. Rather give up a stall call than an escape point, especially with so little time left in this first period.
Gable has 12 seconds for an escape.
Gable looking to turn back into him. Fight that leg ride, potentially.
Oh, and what a ride out from Nico Ruiz. Got the takedown early, and there would be no escape.
Wisconsin choosing bottom to start the second period here.
Position Gable undoubtedly familiar with after that first period. Minute 20 of ride time to Ruiz's name.
Ruiz looking for that claw ride in that thigh pry. Cody Gable doing a good job fighting hands, getting that escape, keeping that wrist. Right on the attack is Gable. As Gable and Ruiz exchange blows. Ruiz is deep in on a double. Looking to cut the corner. Gable looking to pass by that far ankle, looking to get under Ruiz, create a scramble position. Gable now just looking to hang on to that ankle as Ruiz is looking to seal the takedown.
Still nothing just yet, but Ruiz is close.
If you're Gable, best case scenario is just giving up that stalemate.
And there is the takedown. Ruiz extends the lead.
Gable looking to try anything with that near leg. He's got trapped. So the refs call a stalemate. About halfway through the second period here. 6 points Ruiz, 1 point Gable. Ruiz doing a good job accumulating those riding time seconds. As Gable looks to quad pod into a stand-up. Gable attempting a roll. Looking to fight that leg ride.
For Cody Gable, no doubt the rematch has not gone quite as planned. Fell to Ruiz 16-3 at Nationals. And now Ruiz picking right up where he left off. A pair of takedowns.
Cody Gable looking like he might score. Gable looking to elevate that leg and finish.
Gable needs a takedown. Has a little bit of time to work with, but it will not quite be enough.
Yeah. Not quite a takedown, Vince, as Gable started on bottom, but as he almost got that reversal, that is a loss of control and 1 point for Cody Gable. Arizona State looking, questioning if they want to throw the brick or not.
Yeah, haven't seen a challenge. It's not uncommon to see both coaches use their challenge very early, but both have stayed patient. I guess that's a credit to the officiating crew.
Yeah, so far, they've been doing a good job. No controversial calls. Cody Gable looking for the optional start, giving Ruiz the early takedown. Gable must be planning on scoring 2 takedowns this period. Ruiz in on the leg. Gable doing a good job of shutting that down with a front head defense. Gable with the overhook. Looking to lock that up. And they're out of bounds. 1 minute, 36 seconds left in the third period. Gable looking to put some more points on the board here.
It was a rough start to the meet for the Sun Devils, but two of their best, Chance McLean and Nico Ruiz, have showed out.
Ruiz in on the low ankle. Good reshot by Ruiz. Ruiz with the 3 points, looking for more. Looking to lock up that cradle. Gable doing a good job defending. Ruiz switching to what appears to be a wrist ride. Gable looking to get back on his feet.
Sun Devils not fully out of this meet, but they're going to need bonus points here to stay in it.
Gable fighting hard. Out of bounds. Arizona State coaching staff looking for more. Not going to get it.
You can see that. Ruiz, McLean, as well as Manville, they've injected some life into his coaching staff as well.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. Caution against Nico Ruiz. Gable looking for a funk roll. Off bottom. Gable once again looking for the escape. 30 seconds left here in the third period. As Ruiz looks for some bonus points.
If you're Gable here, Sean, is your philosophy is trying to keep it at a decision right here?
If you're Gable, you look a little tired. I think getting the escape would have no effect.
Sure enough, with ride time more than secured, a major decision for Ruiz and a bit of a flex at the end.
Hearing some boos from the crowd here. Not happy with how Ruiz ended that match. Although he will be the winner by major decision.
And Ruiz, in dominant fashion, moves to 10-3. 3:52 of riding time. That was incredible.
Just a show on top for Ruiz.
And Cody Gable, only his second loss of the year. But he really got ambushed from the start, and the attacks were non-stop. Just really not much Gable could even do. Just an incredible performance from the redshirt sophomore.
Just a show on top. You know, every time you thought to get away, Ruiz pulled him in, sometimes barely by the ankle, you know. But, you know, matches are won on the edge of the mat, and that's how Ruiz dominated that match.
Now to 174, Luke Condon for the Badgers, Leo Tekilnovich for Arizona State. Condon 6-4 from Poway, California. A lot of Wisconsin representation from that city. In Cherokee, Minnesota, the home of Takilovic.
Both wrestlers looking comfortable. Exchange of collar ties and wrist control.
Takilovic, Rochester Community and Technical College transfer. He's a third-team All-American, NGCAA.
Takilovic with the collar tie. Condon with an underhook, looking to push the pace here. Condon in on the double, looking to switch off to one side. Takilovic looking for a re-attack of his own. Both wrestlers content just going out of bounds and getting a fresh start.
Shawn, Wisconsin leading by 11, so ASU, they're going to need a pin and a tech fall. Not impossible, will be tricky. But if you're in this spot, if you're Takilovic, is that on your mind at all?
Absolutely. You know, you got to put some points on the board or you got to seal the deal with a pin. So, you know, this first period, you don't want to rush anything. But, you know, come that third period, you want some bonus points, you want some back exposure. One minute left here in the first period in the UW Fieldhouse. On the legs is Condon looking to finish. Edge of the mat here. Looking for a quick snap. Back up to his feet. He's got that body lock. Takilovic has the wizard. Looking for a throw is Condon. Condon just has to cover those hips and he's got his three-point takedown.
And of course, obviously this round, fun to look at, but it's always fun to have your eyes drift up to the left and see Chris Bono's reaction to what's going on.
Oh, absolutely. Bono's getting fired up.
You got to think this is exciting for him too. Just being on in part of a winning program, it makes everything more fun. Every problem fixed with winning.
Absolutely. He had a lot of criticism last year following that subpar season, but now that he's back on top of it and the Badgers are on a roll, he's been more electric than ever. Short time here in the first period.
And he was talking with ESPN Madison's Riley Young. He said that, yes, you're about improvement, but it's all about when there's something that's scored, you want to win. And Wisconsin on the verge of moving to 8-0 on the year. Something that nobody saw coming.
Yeah, a lot of good matchups for Wisconsin have gone their way. A lot of, you know, like the rematch against Lock Haven they won. After a slow start against Utah Valley, they won.
Also lost to Ohio last year, but beat them this season. Just revenge has been on the mind across the board. That just makes Nico Ruiz's victory all the more impressive over Cody Gable.
Luke Condon with the escape to start the second period. Looking for the legs is Luke Condon. Takilovic looking to fight out of bounds.
Oh, it's been Condon launching all the attacks so far.
And Bono's right there with him. Condon pulling him back in bounds. And you can see Bono.
Yeah, he wants him to keep going. He's gesturing, get back to the center. Now Takilovic hopping back away. I guess Condon's got to, oh, he'll knock him down.
Takilovic really using the edge of the mat to his advantage here.
And I think Bono may have been trying to have Condon pull Takilovic back. And yeah, a frustrated clap from Bono. I think he views that as a missed opportunity,
yeah,
Sean.
He knows that's a missed opportunity. You know, you got so deep on those legs, just looking to finish that shot, looking to pull him back in bounds, and just can't do it.
And back to work from neutral position. 40 seconds left in period two. Luke Condon. As long as he doesn't get pinned, it will be Wisconsin will win the meet.
30 seconds left in the second period. Both wrestlers on their feet. Luke Condon leads by a score of 4-0. Luke Condon really laying down on that underhook. Kilnovich once again wrestling on the edge of the mat there.
And Condon will ride the third period with a 4-0 lead. 6-4 Condon against 7-3 to Kilnovich. Kilnovich starts down. I think the formula is pretty simple for him here, Sean. Get the escape like he just did, and now a takedown.
As everybody's wrestling coach has always said, and will continue to say from the end of time, just stand up. And that's just exactly what he did there.
I've heard that phrase before. My favorite part is just it's a piece of cake.
Oh,
Get back
really,
on your feet.
It's really that simple, Vince.
Kilnovich holding on to Condon's right leg. It's all that's preventing him from being taken down again. Condon drives through and another takedown to his name.
Condon looking to dig out that wrist, potentially looking for a bar. Condon off to the side now. A little bit over a minute left in the third period. Condon continuing to try and dig out that wrist there.
Under 1 minute in period 3. It has been all Luke Condon. He has kept Leo Kilnovich on his heels this entire round.
There was a stall warning against Kilnovich. Condon continuing to add that pressure on the edge of the mat. If you're Kilnovich, you want to just not be too obvious, but just hop out of bounds, try to get that fresh start.
Ride time over a minute, and now secured for Condon. You think he considers cutting here, Sean?
I think he chews up as much clock here on the edge of the mat and then returns. For some advice from Bono, he's going to keep Kilnovich on the mat. Maybe try to work another stall call.
Yeah, needs a takedown for a major. But you said, Sean, just needs one more point.
Yeah. And Luke Condon will reign victorious in this 174-pound matchup.
Kilnovich holds on. Sure will be there for Maryland, and then afterwards, folks will be back stuck with us for, for the one after. Cale Anderson, Shea and Addison closing us out. Addison, Big 12 Winter All-American, or All-Academic Honor Roll, I should say. Terrific in the classroom, terrific on the mat. 4-5 on the year, the senior is, but of course, we've touched on before, just such a difficult schedule. Only going to get trickier. But you got to think this experience, this is really how you develop as individual wrestlers and as a program, is taking on the best.
Absolutely. A lot to show here for Arizona State. You know, they lost the duel, but a couple moral victories as well, and a lot to learn. That film is going to pay dividends for them down the stretch.
Cale Anderson's got a leg. 4-6 record on the year from Viroqua, Wisconsin, redshirt senior. If these Wisconsin players, these upperclassmen stuck around, this has to be especially exciting. You want to leave a program in a better place than you found it, and Cale Anderson continuing to assert his will. Now he wants a pin.
Dangerous position there.
Addison warming away, but still plenty of points to Anderson's name. Gets the takedown.
Yeah. Awfully scary there briefly for Anderson, with Addison almost having a lock. But fortunately for Anderson, he had secured that takedown and looking to add on to some riding time.
A lot of seats here in the lower bowl at the UW Fieldhouse. This Badger faithful, they've been hungry to watch some quality wrestling, and they have been fed.
Anderson looking to fight that far hip. Had pressure, looking to finish out of bounds.
Ooh.
A little spicy at the end there.
Yeah, look out. Folks in the front row probably thought they were safe.
Folks in the front row did not know they signed up for the 3D experience.
I think that'd be 4D.
Oh yeah, life is in 3D, isn't it?
Tenth and final match at the Fieldhouse. Shea Addison with the escape point.
.30 seconds remaining in the first period. Carrie Anderson with the early takedown. Anderson really looking at that tricep, looking to make something happen there. Little snap down underhook there from Cale Anderson, combined with the collar tie. Sheds the collar tie is Addison. Cale Anderson doing a good job of pushing the pace out of bounds, getting that stall call. Short time remaining in the first period.
There you have it. 10th and final round, period 1 in the books. Cale Anderson, an early takedown against 30th ranked Shea Addison.
Addison choosing to go down. Anderson quickly with the claw ride, looking to work that ankle as well. Shea Addison back to his feet. Doing a good job preventing the lift. Looking for the standing switch. Anderson doing a good job covering those hips. Almost giving up locked hands, but doesn't. Ref out of bounds stoppage. Maybe a little preemptive, but these wrestlers were almost at the bench just a couple seconds ago, so.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of chippiness. Nico Ruiz after that really hard-fought, decisive win over Cody Gable. Had a bit of a flex. You know that Arizona State, they know that they're such a great program, a great team. The wins will come, no doubt, but they will have to wait another week. Oh, Addison able to scamper away. Anderson hot on his heels.
Anderson looking to keep up the pressure here, giving up that escape to Addison. Anderson with 1.5 minutes of riding time, a little more. Anderson looking for that underhook shot. It's got the high crotch, looking to finish, hooks the ankle. One step closer to finishing. Shea Addison fighting to stay on with that body lock. Addison gets his hips back up, squares up. Now Anderson just has the one leg. Shea Addison here looking to sit that corner.
Addison is close, trying to free that left leg. He's got 15 seconds to work with in the second period. A takedown would give him the lead.
And he gets the 3-point takedown.
Oh, wow. Right at the end, Addison got it. And Anderson heads into period 3, down just 1. And that takedown, that was, felt like almost full minutes in the making. But the challenge brick is out. I guess if you got it, why not use it?
Not a whole lot of implication as we look to close out this home duel.
You know, still as a coach, Sean, you got to say, though, it's just good to be showing that you're fighting for your guys, and even when the dual victory or meet victory is determined, you're still going strong. What do you see here, Sean?
I see why Bono is throwing the challenge brick, excuse me. Addison doesn't quite cover the hips. He has the ankle hooked. But since Cale Anderson has still had that leg hooked,
and sure enough, call stands. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there, Sean. Not exactly much of an argument from Coach Bono when he challenged, but got nothing to lose. Period 3 on hand, 10th and final round.
Anderson looking to pull off the upset against Shea Addison. Looking for a little misdirection. Looking for the ankle, and he's got it. Going to seal the deal. Good limp arm by Anderson. Now he's just got to get a mat return going. Stingy defense by Shea Addison. Doing a great job of keeping his hips off to the side. And now Anderson gets the takedown. Reclaims his lead.
Anderson brought down at the end of the second period. Starts period 3 with fireworks. An early takedown. 1 minute 15 separating him from an exclamation point in what has been an incredible Wisconsin performance.
Yeah, Anderson looking to close it out here. Stalemate on the edge of the mat. Bono doesn't look too happy. A little over a minute left here in the third period, looking to close out this duel.
Well, he sat down for a second. That might be his personal best, but back on his feet. The Badger coach relishing every second.
Cale Anderson looking here to finish this leg. Locked hands, 1 green. Stalling red.
So Addison able to cut it to 1.
Following an escape.
And now we are tied. 7-7, 30 seconds left.
Addison gets the takedown. And just like that, that's a 5-point swing, folks.
Oh, Shea Addison, an incredible performance to round it out. Does Anderson have one more trick up his sleeve?
In case you missed it, folks, that was a locked hands against Cale Anderson, followed by a stall call, which was no points, followed by an escape by Shea Addison, followed by a takedown from Shea Addison, and in the final seconds of the period, an escape from Cale Anderson.
And that will do it. Of course, a strong showing for the Badgers, but Shea Addison moves to 5-5 on the year, keeps his rank status, and that was just a great bounce back. Yeah, I think that the long flight home for the Sun Devils is going to be a smile on the face of Addison. Fought hard and got himself a well-earned win to close this out.
Absolutely. Can't say the same thing about Zeke Jones, though. Looking for a bounce-back win following an 0-3 start, excuse me.
Well, Arizona State, they